Welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are back here with Monday Night Raw after Capital Punishment, and we brought in the new entrants. I hope you liked it. And we have our pre-show where we have American Alpha defeat the tag team of Alexander Wolf and Shane Stricken. Again, pre-show's just to pump the main roster with using the NXT guys to see if anyone is becoming more popular, and it is working a bit. Enzo Amore defeats No Way Jose. See, when Kaz is a rubbish manager apparently, but Enzo's a great manager. Crime Time defeat Colby Corrine and Dave Finlay Jr. And this again works nicely. Ty Dillinger defeats Shane Ford with the perfect 10. And they have great chemistry, so Ty Dillinger seems to have good chemistry with a lot of people. And we have Heath Slater defeating Kevin Kiley. Obviously that's Alex Riley, just brought him back in NXT. Give him one more shot as a wrestler this time. Curtis Axel defeats Flex Freeman. We'll be taking Heath Slater off as manager. And the pre-show main event was Justin Gabriel defeating Chris Sabin. It's a solid rating, so I'm happy with that. So head into the main show. And to open the show we have the New Day with Kofi and Big E celebrating Kofi's title win at Capital Punishment. Over the top. Unicorns, trombones, everything going on like you would expect from the New Day. And Dean Ambrose comes out, starts ripping everything apart, ripping the heads off unicorns, before telling Kofi that SummerSlam, it's me and you, one-on-one, I'm taking my title back. And Big E, you'll be lucky to make it through the night. So, and a 98 to start the show is absolutely brilliant. So Kofi clearly has gone way up in popularity because these opening segments were getting terrible ratings with other people involved, so this is great to see. And the rematch has already been set. So next up we have Alex Shelley defeating Evan Bourne. I've done a few little qualification matches to see or face Neville either at SummerSlam or the next pay-per-view after that for Raw. So it's going to be Alex Shelley versus somebody else. Kevin Owens cuts a promo backstage stating how annoyed he is to face and beat Sami Zayn again. He's done it so many times, and this is just coming up with another reason to hurt Sami. They are having an Intercontinental title match at SummerSlam. Now we have Roderick Strong and the Usos versus The Miz and the Ascension, and I gave Roderick Strong the win by beating one of the Ascension, Connor. This storyline on. The idea was that Miz brought the Ascension out and challenged Roderick to a match if he could find a team willing to side with him, and the Usos were the guys that said yes. So seems simple enough. 64 solid, it's nothing fancy. They are improving all over the place, so yeah, well, I'm happy with that. Kevin Owens cuts his own talk show. I'm not quite sure I went with Kevin Owens to do it, but I think it works well enough because he's good on the mic. Samoa Joe's being interviewed about what happened during and after their match at Capital Punishment with Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns runs in and attacks Samoa Joe. So this is still going on. They are going to have some form of last man standing match at SummerSlam. It's a bit extreme, so I may save that for the next Capital Punishment. But I have to work something out in a week and a half of in-game time before SummerSlam for these two. They're not in the main title picture, and giving them 3 pay-per-view matches in a row isn't going to be the best. So, because I don't think Roman will let Samoa beat him at the moment. but we could do some cheating style where Mojo cheats at SummerSlam for a win. We'll see where we go with that one. And next up, Roman Reigns walks out, faces Carlito, Superman punch, spear, completely squashes Carlito. That's all you really need to know. I just wanted Roman Reigns to have like a rage match against an established-ish star. Video airs showing what happened at the end of Capital Punishment. Kofi and Big E beating Dean Ambrose for the WWE World Heavyweight title. I have Jack Swagger defeating Alberto Del Rio with the Patriots lock. I am working on an idea of having Del Rio Swagger. I know it's not original, but Heath Slater's working with Del Rio, because why not? Heath Slater's reasonably over in certain ideas, but Kurt Angle comes to save his protege as such. So we're actually going to do Angle Del Rio at some point. The New Day are seen looking at a very beaten, bandaged Dolph Ziggler, and Triple H comes up. Dolph tries to get to him, but the New Day stop Dolph getting through, as they would, and Triple H informs the New Day that if they're going to side with Ziggler, they're going to have to pay for that. And you have a tag team match right now on this show, Monday Night Raw. And a 91 is great. We're going to have a hell of a match between Ziggler and Triple H, I hope, at SummerSlam. Now we have the New Day free, losing to Harper and Rowan. This, I think they need a little bit more time, but they probably will win at the end of this. So I'm happy enough that that's a solid starting match for them. Big Kaz and Enzo cut a promo about how they're going to beat the Shining Stars at SummerSlam. You know what they do. Don't need to say too much about that one. Samoa Joe loses to Sami Zayn when Roman Reigns distracts Samoa Joe. I think this worked. I wanted to see how good Sami Zayn was against some of the more... I'm at the moment, I think Samoa Joe's slightly higher in the card than Zayn. So against slightly higher guys, and a 73 is probably my match of the night so far. And afterwards, Kevin Owens floors Sami Zayn, holding the title belt over him, telling him how he's never going to be Intercontinental Champion. Again, brilliant rating, an 84. Happy with this. Let's keep this going. The main event, Dean Ambrose defeats Big E with the Dirty Deeds. I was always going to give Dean the victory over Big E. He needs the revenge match. Big E in a 81 is brilliant to see, so there is potential for other matches for Big E moving higher up the card. And after the match, Dean Ambrose puts Big E through a table to send him the final message. Tell him you're never going to get involved in my matches again. And I think this is one of my best shows in a while, so I reckon this could have just pipped a 79, 80, and 84. That is brilliant. Our three main matches, we got a 66, 73, and an 81. The last three segments were, the lowest was the match, so this is great to see. Finally on the up. We'll head back to the main screen to see how the storylines have progressed. And we're back to the main screen, so let's see what the big news is. He's staying, which is surprisingly the biggest story. We struck gold with our episode. The news, certain people have relocated, and developmental, I'll read most of that later. And when it comes to the storylines on Raw, Ziggler tested a 74 great. This one honestly just started, so I'm happy enough with that. This has become very intense, I like that. This will always be a bit lower down the card. Pure Crime hasn't started yet. I would expect about that. That's what it's been for the whole rivalry between the two. Joe and Reigns is improving a lot. The tag teams, I think, will get higher, but it will always struggle in places. And the world title one, which is surprisingly low, it's because Big E's only a supporting guy in it. So those last sections were more to make him and Bret look stronger. But we'll keep this working, and we'll go in the right direction. Let's just see who is hot, see how many Raw ones on this list. No, they're all, I think they're nearly all Shockwaves, which is a bit disappointing. Okay, so that will end this show. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and we'll be back with SmackDown in the next episode.